Good morning, YouTube, on an overcast morning here in Aliso Viejo. So today's going to be the first ride on the Zeb using the updated Rockshox Charger 3.1 damper. So I put the Zeb on the Megatower about a year ago as an upgrade from my Lyrik. And the Lyrik had a Charger 2 damper. The Zeb had a Charger 3 damper, and the fork was good, although I wasn't totally in love with it. So on the very bigger hits, I had a really hard time to get this fork to go through all of its travel. Just always had this resistance to it. And then anytime I was going over anything loose, even with the Buttecups on this, always felt like the fork or the wheel was punching towards my hands, and the fork always felt like it wanted to skip out from underneath me, and I really didn't like it. I was having a hard time getting along with it. And part of that, or all of that reason, I'm not sure which, was the range of adjustability that they had in the fork was almost seemed like it was shortened. So the open mode wasn't really that open. The compression dials were all the way open for high speed and low speed. Apparently on the 3.1, they've widened that range to allow more oil flow. And I do have high hopes for it, because even just the driveway test after I put it on felt way more plush. So I actually think I'm going to have to increase some compression settings on this. So right now I'm on my way up to stair steps. It's a trail I like to use for bracketing a new fork and or a new shock. So I'm going to be doing that on a short section of trail on stair steps, just to kind of get it really in that smaller range. And after that, I'll take it on a ride down maybe Lynx or Rocket, make sure that it's feeling as I hope it does. So, stair steps. You can tell super foggy out here today. Not sure of the quality of footage we'll get today. Hopefully it's good enough. But either way, I appreciate you tuning in. And, you know, hit that like button. It's a very simple thing you can do right now while I'm talking. It's going to take you maybe 4 seconds if you're on the TV, maybe 2 seconds if you're on your phone, but it really does help the channel. It does bring more people to these videos, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you. So right now I wake up in the morning at 170 pounds, and I've got about 62 psi in the fork, 9 clicks of rebound from open. I just happen to always count them from open rather than from closed. So 9 clicks from open. High speed is at -1. Low speed is at -3. I haven't ridden stair steps since either winter or spring. It's been several months, so I have no idea what the conditions are. So this won't be a PR type run. This is really just going to get me to that one section, and then I'm just going to ride one section over and over again and then head back up. Kind of different right there than the last time I rode it. That was cool. So this is a section I ride right here. It's a couple bigger hits, smaller hits, bigger hits. Just a good variety to test out the fork. I just went and got a glance at it, and yeah, it's definitely changed from last time I rode it. So we'll definitely just kind of feel it out on this right here. well. Fork felt good. Felt very composed. I didn't feel tons of feedback in my hands from too fast a rebound or too harsh a compression. Like, I kind of hate to say it, but I think those might, like, right off the bat, that might be the settings. I know originally I said that on the Charger 3, I was running compression both all the way open, so that would have been -2 on high speed and -7 on the low speed. I had them both all the way open. So accounting for the fact that this has more oil flow, it has the same amount of clicks as the old version, but it has more oil flow. So if you're in the middle settings, it should act exactly the same. But one click of the new damper would equate to more than one click of the old damper, and so on and so on and so on. So that's why I'm like, well, everything open is going to be too soft. So I added one more click of high speed, and I added 4 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 clicks of low speed. And honestly, that felt pretty good right there. Like, I hate to say it, but now it actually makes the rear shock feel inferior. So that's pretty good. Okay, I'm actually gonna do one more run with these settings, because that first run was more about just getting the feel of the trail and less about the feel of the fork. Now I'll ride it again to try and get the feel of the fork, and I'll pay more attention to it to see if it's like divey, anything harsh. Is it too soft? This fog is fogging up my my lenses, or my goggles, so I took those off, and hopefully it's not fogging up the lens on the GoPro that much. All right, that time I could feel a little bit more feedback in my arms. One, I am actually riding a little rear wheel bias right now, which is not good, but I just haven't ridden this in so long, so I'm a little hesitant. Two, same thing how they open the oil flow for the compression, they open it for the rebound. So I have my same rebound setting, and I think that might be a little fast. So I'm actually going to slow it down 1. Just 1. The fork is good, really good. Initially, I'm liking it. It feels more supple than the old one, and all I did was just change the damper, about 300 bucks. And it feels like a totally different fork. And if this doesn't make it feel better, then I'll actually bring back that rebound setting, and I might actually add a little bit more low speed compression. We'll see. All right, 1 click slower on the rebound. Let's see if that makes any difference. Morning. Have a good one. Okay. I kind of got held up, but I could still tell right there it really wasn't the rebound. It's compression. So I'm going to take out that click of rebound, and let's add 2 clicks of low speed and see what that does. I've been going outside here, but I actually think if I break a little bit right here and cut inside, I can get off the brakes and go faster through the next section. You know, one of those like go a little bit slower to go faster. So I think like once I get past this tree, I can pretty much let go of the brakes and just keep pulling up and lofting and plow through it. Let's see. All right, that was interesting. So when I was going a little slower at the beginning, it felt a lot worse. Felt a little punchy. But once I started picking up speed, it actually felt way better. Much more composed. Could have also been the line that I took. That outside line definitely gave me more speed. So I think -2 is the sweet spot for this PSI on this fork with this rebound for a guy weighing this much on this bike, all those things. It's very different, very personal. Do a little IG post while I'm up here. All right, let's have at it. Felt pretty good. Morning. On the upper stuff, going a little slower, it felt better than the last run. And down here, I think it actually felt at least as good, if not better, than the runs previous to that run. So I think that's good. I think the only change I might make, maybe, is I might add 2 or 3 PSI to the fork. And if I do that, I might take out a click of low speed, maybe. But I think this is good right now. I don't want to go up this. But let's go do Rocket. So far, so good on these. Oh, that felt pretty good. Especially on that last part. That's the roughest part. Dropped a couple lower gears. Get ready to climb up this. I think changing your gears before going up that is key. Ow. That's why you want to wear goggles or glasses. Fuck. Right in the eye. My right eye just sees white. All right, let's keep it going. Straighten this out. Lean. Lean. Nice. Nice. Felt really good. Fork feels really plush, but has good support in the turns. Now go inside, way inside. Hug the branches, let go of the brakes. Hope your eyes don't water like mine are. Wow, this fork feels awesome. Holy crap, that's the best. This bike felt since I had the Lyrik on it. And it still has that improved mid-stroke support compared to my old Lyrik, which again had the Charger 2. And this has a 3.1, so it's like the best of all worlds. All right, had enough time to do one more lap, so let's have some fun on links. I guess don't hit those bushes. Fun. Bike feels so composed. Corner. So much better than it used to feel. So there's max travel. You see how close I got on a 160 bike? That's good. Maybe, if I'm gonna nitpick, that might have been just a little bit more than I wanted to use on that trail. I might, again, bump this up 2 or 3 PSI in the fork and just leave all the settings. But you know what? I hit that trail with some good speed. There's some good compressions on it. And I think using that much travel on a trail like that with those many rocks and holes, I think that's acceptable. So I think I'm just gonna leave it right where it is. So what's the verdict? I think if you watch this whole video, you can tell that it's a resounding yes. The Charger 3.1 is a huge upgrade over Charger 3. It's just no comparison. They ride like 2 different forks. This is, if you can fit a 3.1 into your existing fork, I highly recommend it. And when you buy the cartridge assembly, it already comes pre-bled with Buttecups already installed. All you have to do is take the old cartridge out, pop the new cartridge in during your lower leg service. That's it. And then get your settings ready and you're good to go. No additional work needed. Hey everybody, welcome to an overcast and cloudy day again here at Aliso. I'm just doing some XC laps in the morning before work, but want to let you know that I took a trip up to Downeyville and video will be coming from that trip, but I did end up bumping up the PSI on my fork to 65 and fork handle just that much better. I just want to let you know, just in case your weight's similar to mine, ooh, dark spot, and you wanted to follow my settings. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and make sure you hit that like button. It really does help out, and I'll see you next time on the trails.